Representative Ted Yoho, not one of the brightest bulbs in Congress. He said many outrageous and silly things in the past. He's a Republican from Florida. He's going to try to add to that pantheon of ill-advised commentary by weighing in on this Donald Trump Jr. controversy. Let's watch.
You believe it was appropriate for Donald Trump Jr. to take a meeting with a Russian national who promised to provide damaging information to him and his associates involving Hillary Clinton?
Do I think it's appropriate? I think I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, it's opposition research, and anybody that's been in an election, you're always looking to get the upper hand. Keep in mind, she wasn't an official for the Russian government the way I understand it. She's a lawyer, a Russian lawyer, and if somebody comes to us and says, hey, we've got information on an opponent, yeah, I think that's an appropriate thing to do.
Just a side note here on how funny Wolf Blitzer is. He's like, I'd have done the same thing. It's totally illegal. And Wolf's like, like a little reaction, like, really? You would have done the same thing? Anyway, so yes, if you take anything of value from a foreign source during a campaign, that is illegal. Now, unless the Russians came to him with like, oh, I don't know, we Googled it. Googling it is free. You could have Googled it too, and here's the stuff we have on Hillary Clinton, old articles from the New York Times. That would not have been illegal because that they can get for free on Google. But anything else where they would have to spend money to procure information on Hillary Clinton, if it is handed over to them from a foreign source, yes, would be illegal. And let alone if they thought it was stolen, then it breaks several different laws. And Yoho comes in here and goes, oh, that sounds like a good idea. If somebody came to me with Oppo research and they were the Russians, I'd have taken it. Okay, it's okay to do opposition research. That is very normal. It is not normal to get it from an outside source like a foreign country. That is not normal, it is not acceptable, and it is not legal. And he says, well, I understand that she turned out to be not connected to Russians. Actually, she is connected to a lot of the people in the higher ups connected to Putin. But at the time, in the emails, Goldstone tells Donald Trump Jr. she is with the Russian government. He says, I love it. That intent is more important than what she actually wound up giving to him. All right, one more from Yoho.
If someone like that, a foreign national, came to an American with obviously close contacts to the then soon-to-be Republican presidential nominee, that person should have contacted the FBI about that information. Do you think that was necessary?
I think probably going forward, that may be what happens, especially in this case where Donald Trump's the president now. But going back, you have to put yourself back at that time frame. At that time frame, I think it's perfectly appropriate for what he did.
In other words, we didn't think he was really going to win. And so they're just trying like hell to win. And you break a couple of laws when you're running for president. Is that a big deal? And then once you're president, I guess you shouldn't continue to break the law. Wow. Thank you, legal expert Ted Yoho. But another aside, I can't help myself. Has Wolf Blitzer ever shown any emotion? Ever? Okay, well, shouldn't they have turned it into the FBI? Anyways, by the way, the correct answer is yes, they should have turned it into the FBI. When the Gore campaign got a tape of Bush debate prep, they believed that it was stolen from Bush headquarters. They didn't go like Ted Yoho and go like, look at our luck. And hey, we're in the middle of a campaign, we got to win, man. Let's just break the law and just use the stolen stuff, right? No, they turned it over to the FBI like you're supposed to. But Yoho, putting aside the goofiness and things he shouldn't be saying on TV, is a decent representative of the Republican philosophy, which is win at all costs by any means necessary, and we'll sort it out later. And one side plays like that, and the other side plays patty cakes. Gee, I wonder why the Republicans are routing the Democrats. And whenever the Democrats are in charge, do they ever have consequences for all the law breaking that the Republicans do? No, they just go, oh, we won't look backward, we'll look forward. Well, you know what you'll see when you look forward? This kind of cheating and another ass kicking delivered to you. So if you never punish people for breaking the law, guess what they'll do? They'll keep breaking the law. If you like this video, you'll love the whole TYT network. Check it out at tytnetwork.com/join.